All right, welcome back to another man's point of view. I am your host, the Space Luchador. I want to start off by saying thank you to my new subscribers, right? So, in honor of that, right, I have a special video for you today. Why is it special? Well, because today you're going to learn a blueprint, a code, the answer, the truth, right, by one of my Padawans. So, we're going to go ahead and jump in, and it's not going to be a short video, I hate to say. So if you can stay with me, right, and don't click off, right, because you're too above it or whatever the hell, you bothered by the mask or whatever, the graphics don't matter, right? But if you're here to truly learn today, got a special video for you. So let's go ahead and jump in, right? What every man needs to know about a woman. Now, why is this going to be special? Well, because you're going to hear it from a woman herself, and it's going to be as straightforward and pretty much straight up, raw, right? And then I'm going to be here to show you that I've been saying this all along. So let's go ahead and jump in.
A lot of you guys don't know this. Number one, women are extremely complicated. You're like, yeah, Julia, I know that. But they're easily tamed. You may be thinking, what does that mean? Well, it means if you follow the appropriate blueprint, they are easily put in their place. If you set the appropriate boundaries,
Correct.
women understand that they need to fall into their feminine energy, and they can. But if there is no boundaries, if there is no blueprint, it is fucking chaotic. It is crazy. Women will take the lead and they will lead you out the door. So you may
Right
be
out the damn door and kick you right square in the ass, right? Anyways, continue.
thinking, okay, so what does this mean? How do I fix the extremely complicated aspect? What is the blueprint? Well, when it comes to dating, it is a numbers game. I say this all the time. It is a numbers game. You put this blueprint, you follow it to a T, and you weed out all the girls that suck. All the girls that cannot be tamed, all the girls that are not in a place to be in a relationship, all the girls with the issues are gone. And it all leads the healthy girls that actually are good options. But the problem is, if you do not follow a blueprint, if you are not doing the structure appropriately, if you're not looking at it as a numbers game, you get trapped. You get trapped in a bad situation with a girl that is complicated, that fucks you over, and then you get hurt. And I can't tell you how many guys tell me, but Julia, my situation is different. No, your situation is not different.
I've been saying that all along. Now, I'll be stopping the video here and there to show you the important aspects of it. Now, everything's important, but the details, okay? Now, one of the things that you must get out of your head, quite literally every single guy out there on the face of the planet must understand, you are not different. You are not special. You are not the exception. Your situation is not different. It is not special. And no, you are not the exception. She is not different. She is not special. And no, she sure as hell is not the exception. Understand. Three, no coincidence there. I've always said it, right? But that's for next level. For now, the basics. Just understand, right? If I had also a dime, just like herself, right? For every single guy that has always said, but I'm different, right? But you don't understand my situation. I know, and I've heard your sorry ass situation 1,000 sorry ass times, and they always go the exact same way, right? Down the shitter. Hence why we're doing this video here today, right? And my my counterpart here. Let's go ahead and continue.
promise you, if you followed the blueprint, you would have seen the red flags earlier. I promise you, if you followed the blueprint, you will not be friend zoned. You will not be taken advantage of, and you will not get hurt. So, what is the blueprint? Simple. Every time you talk to a girl, you send a few messages, then you ask her out. You ask her to hang out. Nothing else. So many guys skip this. So many guys can't even do this part, right? Because they're afraid. They're afraid they're gonna lose her, and then they just fall into friend zone and they don't even know.
By the way, lose what? You don't have nothing. So why the hell are you scared of losing something you don't have? Understand that, right? Again, I just paused in to give you that little side bonus detail.
Why they do it, but they're so afraid that if they say the wrong thing or they push too soon, that the girl will stop talking to them. But you need to let go of this fear. This is what's holding you back. This is what's making girls more complicated. Step one, you ask her to hang out. If she says yes, then you move on to step two. If she says no, or I can't, or I'm not ready, or any other bullshit, you move on. She is out. She is gone. And then the next girl fills in. And you keep going through all the stages.
Correct side bonus tip of the day. Understand, when she says move on or she's gone, she's out, in reality, you're only putting her on the side in some drawer to come back to it later. That's 3D chess for next level. But understand, it's not truly gone. You're just, for now, to the side. Understand that, okay? That, my friends, will get you to the beyond, right? If you understand that and comprehend it. Man, let's continue.
So the next step after she says yes to hanging out, you set up the date. You do not wait for her to set it up. You don't do this wishy-washy bullshit. No, you literally say, okay, does Tuesday or Thursday work? And when she gives you the day, you say, great, I know this amazing bar, Barcelona at 8 p.m. Boom, you set it up. You set the date up. Then the day before the date, you just confirm. You confirm that she is going to be there. And if she makes any excuses, she is out. And then so on and so forth. I can make a whole video on this, guys, but if you follow the appropriate blueprint, it's easy. Number two, women are way more.
Yes, number two, right? Women are way more emotional. This is important. Damn important. Understand this. They're not way more. They are literally just this. That's it. Right? Obviously, the big deception is that they are way more, right? And then need some time to process and all this. No, no, no. Of course, I want you to know she's also, now this is next level beyond. She is also subject to the same rules. Hence why she's giving you this, but I do not want to complicate it for now. Just understand what I'm saying, okay? She is also not special. She is also not the exception. And no, she is not different. She lives by the code as well. Understand that, okay? But anyway, let's continue.
Emotional than men and need time to process. Guys are like, I like the girl, okay, let's move this forward, okay, and we're robotic with it. Girls are like, I don't know, is this okay? And they're way more emotional. And that's fine because women and men are different. But that being said, you can't think like a man and then try to put that on a woman. That's just not gonna work.
Exactly. Now, that being said, you can't think like a woman and trying to put that on a woman that's, believe it or not, acting like a man. So, anyways, I don't want to complicate it again, but if you're paying attention and understanding what I'm saying, what she said right there is gold. Just understand there's another side of the coin there that you must understand for your next level, right? Classes of the future that I'm here giving you these hints within hints, all right? Anyways, let's continue.
So that is why you never, ever, ever suggest being exclusive with the girl first. You need to wait until she brings it up because when she is ready, she will. She's not going to come out and be like, "Hey, can we be exclusive?" If she does, great. But most girls are not like that. Most are going to say things like, "What are we? Are you seeing other people? I'm deleting my dating apps. I don't want to see anyone else." Kind of like, where do we stand? She's going to ask those questions. Now she is ready to have that conversation with you about being exclusive. But if you brought that up earlier, she's going to feel two ways. One, she might not feel ready. Now she feels pressured to make a choice, and then she might feel that she's going to make the wrong choice. So if she says yes, she could resent you. If she says no, then she loses you. So it's just too complicated. So it's best to wait for the girl to bring it up about being exclusive. And I know you might be thinking, yeah, but I'm ready now. I want to have the conversation now with her. Well, she's not ready until she.
So you're shit out of luck. And now that's one of the biggest and most important aspects of it, of the code that I'm always talking about. Okay? Understand. You may be ready. You may want something. You may have an idea of how it should be. You may want and wish that the world and the universe was a way because this is you're a noble guy and you're a nice guy and you're this and all that shit doesn't matter to the code and the universe and the woman. She can care less about your sorry ass opinions, your feelings, and your thoughts. Understand how it works. There's some codes, just accept it, man. Be a man. Some codes in the universe, like the speed of light, right, cannot be changed, broken, or reached for that matter. They're out of your damn hands. So don't worry about it. Right? Take it from me that knows the secrets of the universe. Anyways, let's continue with the video.
She brings it up, then you just have to sit back, keep dating multiple girls, even if you like her, you just gotta wait until she brings it up. I promise you, they will bring it up when they're ready, and then that way it starts from a much healthier place. Number 3, most women are not blunt and do not want to hurt your feelings. So a lot of things they say are code for they're not interested. And I always see guys trying to overanalyze what they're saying and thinking that they can decipher it in a way of, yeah, but she just said she needed space, or she just said that she's focusing on herself right now, or she's just not ready to be in a relationship right now. All of you guys think that that means what it says, but in reality,
Well, now here's the part where you go back to what I said about her not being the exception. Now, when you reach next level and expert level, that she's saying there of she's just simplifying it basically. But when women give you the code of the code, right, within the code of what she's saying, and I know how it sounds, but when you're at another level, you can overwrite the code, right? But again, that's a whole nother thing. And the whole point that I brought that up is to show you that she's not the exception either. She has to do this. She has to contradict a little. She just has to. She's subject to the code. She is not the exception. She is not special. Right? That's what I'm saying. She's not the only one. Subject to the code. Just understand that. Subject to the code. Right? Anyways, right, let's continue.
reality, it means she's just not interested in being in a relationship with you. She's not ready to be with someone like you. Now, that doesn't mean if she met another guy tomorrow that she wouldn't jump in a relationship with him. It's a nice way of her saying,
Okay, that's why I said that thing about not being special. Listen to what she said, because she's talking in code, all while saying that women use code and don't want to hurt your feelings. However, the reason the code is there in the first place is because the code, right, is the truth. And the code is the law, quite frankly. So, anyways, put it this way, right? What she said and understanding was code. I'm going to repeat it slowly, right, so you can understand it. That just means she wasn't ready to be in a relationship with you, with the type of guy you are, with the situation you're in. Now, notice what she's saying. That's not to mention, right, that she's not ready. She won't jump into quote unquote Chad's bed just like that, right? The very next day. Now, what is she saying? Let's break it down for a second, right? Just a split second. Let me take some of your damn time, right? What she's saying is you're not the man now. Your situation is not the man's situation. You, right now, as you stand, is not what I'm looking for. Hence why the very next day, just like that, red panty night for someone else, just not for you. But understand, it's not personal. She's only in code telling you you are not there yet. So it's not a personal, it's business. Understand that. Once you understand that and get it through your head, right? Then you can see, oh shit, I guess I didn't see. I'm missing something. You must find this thing and come back later. That's literally how it works, right? Quite simple, like I said. And just like my counterpart here is saying,
saying she's just not interested in you. And a lot of guys have trouble with this because they're like, yeah, but she said that she liked me, or yeah, but we have a great connection. We hang out all the time. And it's like, yes, but the words she's saying is that she is not interested in you that way. She does not want you as her boyfriend. She does not want you as somebody.
Just stocked up on a ton of Paleo Valley beef sticks. If you are a fan, this is the time.
of course, botched my video.
That she sees her future with. And that is really hard. So if a girl says anything like, I'm just working on myself, I'm trying to figure out my situation, I'm just really busy right now, anything like that, that is just her being nice instead of saying, I don't like you anymore and I don't want to be with you. Number 4, alone.
Now, that right there, alone, right there, right there is a small little tiny diamond dust that if you go fast, right, you will miss, right? Listen to what she said. I'm gonna slow it down. She said, that only means I don't like you anymore. Understand that because that's one of the biggest principles and hardest fucking thing that nobody ever talks about. Now, how can this be? All right, let's break it down. How could she like you yesterday and then somehow not like you today? Think about that for a second. 2 seconds. 3 seconds. How could she like you yesterday and then no longer like you today? How can that be? She told you she liked you yesterday, all over you yesterday. But today, right? Today you're shit out of luck. How can that be? How can that be? Homework for you. Now, to give you the simple answer, right, is that yesterday she saw you different, and today she sees you for what you are. That's the simple answer. She thought you were the man. Turns out you're not. That's it. Right? Simple as can be. But again, it's not personal. It's only business.
A lot of girls get into abusive relationships early on, mentally or physically or both. And through that, girls develop a lot of insecurities. And I'm not saying guys don't have insecurities or they don't develop them, but it's different. A lot.
More like scratches to the whiteboard. Now, if you're interested in the whiteboard video, you can search it up in my video library. It's there. Ironically, it has the least views because, again, this is next level and pretty much a handful of people on the face of the planet know this secret I speak of. You understand? But anyways, let's continue.
A lot of girls develop really, really unhealthy habits when it comes to dating. And that's why girls do some crazy shit. And it's not excusable, but it's to understand where it's coming from. So a lot of times girls are more.
What she said there is it is not excusable, but it's also not their fault. Amazing, huh? But yes, true to the code. And it makes sense mathematically. But anyway, it's a whole nother thing.
Or jealous or more insecure, and they're needy and they need more reassurance. And a lot of times that's from their past. And there's different ways that you need to handle it. It's just good to understand where it's coming from and why girls.
You heard that? Now understand, it's like almost like she speaks like Yoda backwards, right? There's ways to handle it, and you have to understand it. So if you put it, understand that there's a way to handle it. You see what I mean? Right there, another freebie for you. But let's continue.
are the way they are. And it's important to note that this is not an excuse. It doesn't mean if she does something crazy that she should get away with it, but it's just an understanding. So if you're
Notice that she has said the same thing 3 times. Okay, now for those that have made it this far into my video, understand, man, this is it. You have won the lottery. If you made it this far and are actually interested in with the Space Luchador program, Man's Point of View channel, and me, myself, you now see what I've been trying to show you all along. You see what I mean? What she said there is she said it 3 different ways for you, only to say what I'm about to tell you right here, right now, freebie for you. Okay? Stay with me. It is not their fault. That's what she's saying. It's not excusable, but it's also not their fault. Now I know that that's right on your damn mind. How the hell could this be? You're on the damn drawing board doing the math. And take it from me, I've done the damn math already. It checks out. It just does. You may not like it, but understand, you're missing a key component, which you try to repeat 3 different ways. It's not excusable, but it's also not their fault. Understand that. And you are well on your way to next level, right? Player type things. But anyways, that's a whole nother thing. Let's continue.
you don't understand why girls do certain things, well, start looking into, well, maybe it might be from her trauma and like why she could be doing things like this. It's important to just have that knowledge, and a lot of guys I don't think have that. And
Exactly. If you don't have the knowledge, it's like, well, it don't matter what you do. You're just missing the knowledge, right? It's so it comes down to, it's not that you suck. It's just this, you don't know the unknown. So obviously you're going to fail. You're set up to fail if you don't know this knowledge. However, you're here now. You're listening today. I'm giving you the secrets. So let's continue.
they're just like, these girls are just batshit crazy, which they could be, but it's also good to know, like, oh, okay, like maybe, she's more insecure about me doing this because of her ex. That's why it's super important to have open communication and open dialogue.
Yes, now don't get it twisted. Just because you understand, right? That you can't go over, oh, now I get it, right? All this shit's happening to you because of your ex. And now you just botched it once again. Just because you know it, don't mean you have to say it. You need to shut the hell up, right? And keep it to yourself. It's your knowledge, your knowing, right? And this is part of the problem of why it's hard, right? Because you may now get it, but you're quick to go tell the woman that you get it, which in turn, right, just shows behind the curtain, and then she sees you for what you are, right? Once again, because you forgot the simple codes of the back, right? Other codes here. You got this code, but forgot about this one, which in turn fucks up this one. But you need this one to hold this one. But anyways, you get my point, right? You need this to hold that up, for it all this shit to work. That's what I'm saying, right? But again, let's continue.
Dialogue, so you guys can talk about these things and she can slowly heal. And number 5, most women want the masculine and feminine dynamic. Problem is, a lot of guys don't know how to set that role. Also, society.
Exactly. This is one of the most important ones because, like I was talking about the code, this is the code. This is the way. That's it. Right? It's not most, it's all. Understand why. She's about to say it.
Society is showing that women should be the leaders. So it's a really complicated thing because a lot of guys don't know how to be, the masculine role, and a lot of times women feel that they need to step up and be the leaders, and it causes this like banging, right? And so I think deep down,
Yep. And not the banging that we all want, but the banging of clashing, the fighting, and all this other crap and contradictions and manipulation and fuck botching and fails, and now your ass is in handcuffs, right? As you walked out the damn door of your own sorry ass house because you couldn't handle it anymore, right? Little domestic violence, because and that's all it really is, right? You took business personal, and now your ass is done. But there you go, right? So we'll end with that for today.